Welcome, namaste, and hello to Sue, who is not here now, but will be viewing this recording at another time. We're going to be working a lot on our backs today. It's important to have a strong back for many, many reasons. Number one, I read an interesting statistic that among people 65 and over, 45% report chronic back pain, high number in the United States. So that's can be avoidable, but also having a strong back helps you have a strong posture, and your back is part of your core muscles. People think of core muscles being your belly, but it's your entire torso, the core of your body, and having a strong core helps you with activities such as bicycle riding and horseback riding and anything else that you might do that requires strong core, pickleball as well. And with backs goes chest opening. So anytime you have back strengthening, it comes with shoulders and chest opening. So we'll do a lot of those exercises today as well. We'll start with our deep breathing exercises. And let me just remind you why deep breathing is so important. One of the reasons is that it releases endorphins, your feel-good hormones that help stave off anxiety, depression, sadness, and the deep breathing also helps distribute the oxygen throughout your body more deeply and calms your mind and stimulates oxygen in your brain. So we will now please take a nice comfortable seat. It doesn't have to be cross-legged, and close your eyes if you like and start focusing on your breath. It's also been reported that as people age or as they become seniors, and your definition of seniors, whatever you want it to be these days, mine's really up there. But sometimes seniors have bouts of depression because, things in their bodies don't work like they used to, for example. So the deep breathing exercises done on a daily basis will help that as well. So as you focus on your breath, make sure your spine is nice and tall so your windpipe is open. And really focus on the breath going in and out of your body. Feel your lungs inflate with each breath. Feel your ribs expand with each breath. Feel your belly expand with each breath. And imagine your diaphragm contracting with each breath. That's the large dome-shaped muscle hugging underneath your rib cage. And it pushes downward as you inhale. Doing this type of deep breathing exercise, it helps you tune inward. The ancient yoga limb of yoga called pratyahara, which is inward introspection, tuning inward, paying attention to your body. And this part of yoga is equally as important as the physical poses that we do. Modern day yogis often ignore the very important fifth of the 8 limbs of yoga, pratyahara. Introspection. Okay, yogis, let's please just take a deep breath together and Om in. Ambalu Satguru Bhagavan Ki, the divine is the inner teacher. Alrighty, let's start by loosening up our necks and shoulders. So take your fingers and lace your hands together and bring them up underneath your chin. We're going to take a deep breath as we bring our elbows down and push our chin up to look up. And then exhale as you bring your elbows back up to shoulder height. Inhale. As you push your hands down, look down and push your palms away from you. And then continue pushing your palms in front of your face and up to the ceiling till you look up. And flip the palms down so that they're facing you now. And then continue to push the back of your hands away from you as you bring your hands back down from the ceiling, down in front of your face, all the way back down, feeling the pull between your shoulder blades, and come all the way back down into your lap. And then flip your palms down and bring them back up to underneath of your chin. And we'll repeat. Inhale. Put your elbows together, look up. Exhale, bring your elbows up. Inhale, push your palms down, look down, push the palms away. Keep watching your hands as they go up to the ceiling. Flip the palms down, push the back of your hands up. Keep on pushing the back of the hands away from you as you feel your shoulders stretch. Come all the way back down, flip the palms back down in your lap, and then come back up to your chin. And one more time. Inhale, elbows down. Exhale, elbows up. Inhale, push down, palms away, all the way up to the ceiling. Look up, flip the palms towards you, look down, come down with your hands in front of your face till you come all the way back down into your lap. And then shake your wrists out, shake your shoulders out, and then bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, push up. Exhale, bring your right arm down, left arm by the ear. Breathe here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let that arm float down. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist to the right. Plant your right hand behind you. Bring your left ribs around. Try to keep your head over the shoulders, even though you're turning your head. Try to keep it over your shoulders and not jutting forward. Focus on 3 deep breaths here. Twists are one of the healthiest back exercises you can do. It takes all the muscles surrounding your spine and strengthens them and makes them flexible. Inhale. Exhale slowly, bring your body back to front and center. Let's lean back on our hands and bring our feet in front of us and open our hips by windshielding our knees to one side. So rolling onto one hip versus the other, and then again, and then again, and again, and then one more time. And then come back upright. If you were seated cross-legged, recross your legs with the opposite leg in front. And I honestly, I can't remember which one I was in front, which is good because that means I'm sort of balanced. And let's bring our hands to heart center again. Inhale, push up. Exhale, left arm down, right arm by the ear. Push that right shoulder back. If you want to look up, helps push the shoulder back a little even more. Feel the breath going in to the right side of your body as you breathe. Stretching your obliques, the muscles along the side of your torso. And then inhale as you reach up. Exhale, float the hand down. Inhale, open arms in a T. Exhale, twist left and plant your hands down. So now your left hand's behind you. Push the left shoulder back. Turn your head to look left, but keep your chin tucked in. And think about bringing your right ribs around. And then focus on the breath here. Big, deep, slow breaths. One more breath in here. And then as you exhale, turn your body back to front and center. Let's extend our legs in front now into staff pose. If you're using a strap and you have a strap, have it within reach. And set your spine so that you have a neutral lower back. And that would mean that your pelvis is tilted forward slightly. Feet are pointed up, knees are pointed up. We'll do 3 big shoulder rolls forward, up, back, and down, forward, up, back, and down, and once more forward, up, back, and down. And you open the chest, keep the chest open wide, keep your belly tucked in, keep your back nice and long, keep your feet flexed. Now, we're going to just gently massage your hamstrings by resting your hands by your hips and moving your long body, torso forward, just enough so that you can feel a stretch in the back of your legs. This is a warm up, so we don't need to go very far to feel this. And in fact, if you want your knees to be bent here slightly, that's fine too. Just try not to drop your chin. Think about keeping your head in line with your spine. And think about if you go forward enough, the first thing that would touch down would be your belly on your thighs. That will keep your pelvis tilted forward. And as you feel this in the back of your legs, maybe you can also feel this in your lower back if you keep that forward pelvic tilt. And then come back upright. Inhale. Exhale, open arms in a T. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Let your hands float down. So the right hand's behind you. Scoot your left foot forward slightly so that you can move your sacrum a little bit. Keeping feet flexed. And breathe. And once again, think about keeping the head right on top of the shoulders in line with the spine. Keep your twist as it is and bend your right knee and take your right hand or right arm and grab your shin. Keep your left foot flexed. Keep breathing. Spine is nice and tall, spiraling upward. One more big breath here. And as you exhale, Bring your torso back to front and center and let your right knee fall to the side. Bring the sole of your right foot inside your left leg and then reset the spine where you have your forward tilted pelvis, your neutral low back, your chest is nice and open. Feel like there's a string pulling your head up, and then turn your body slightly to the left so that you can come from your hip crease over your left leg using your strap over your left foot if you would like. And relax and breathe. So you can also have a bend in your left leg. This is a hamstring stretch in the left leg and a hip opener on the right. So if you can bend the knee as long as you still feel that stretch. Keep the head in line with the spine. Every time you exhale, just relax a little bit more into the stretch. As long as you keep your pelvis tilted forward, I'm hoping you can feel your low back stretch as well. Okay, please release. Come back upright. Extend both legs long again. Reset your spine, chest open, pelvis forward, knees up, feet up. Let your hands rest beside your hips again, and we'll come forward with our torso toward our legs and feel the stretch in the hamstrings here. This time, maybe you can go a little bit further. Focus on the breath. Again, you can have a small bend in the knees. And then bring your torso back up to center. Inhale, open your arms in a T. Exhale, twist left, let your hands float down. So this time you're going to scoot your right hip forward a little bit. Your right leg's going to go forward a little bit so that your sacrum is turning. Left hand's behind you. Your torso is straight, vertical, and spiraling upwards as you twist. Feel all the muscles around your spine as you enjoy this twist. So now keep your twist and bend your left knee, grabbing it with your right arm or right hand, and continue to twist. Make sure your right foot stays flexed so that you're not wasting any movement in the right leg, still getting exercise by flexing the muscles. One more deep breath here. As you exhale, slowly bring your body back to front and center. Let your left knee fall out to the side, and then reset your spine before you come forward. Think about that string pulling your head up, pelvis tilting forward. Keep your right foot flexed, turn your body to the right. If you want to use your strap around the right foot, go ahead and do so now, and then come forward. So the strap is simply a little bit of leverage for you to be able to come forward. And as you're doing this, think about your head staying in line with the spine. Don't let the chin drop. Don't let the shoulders round. If you don't come very far forward, that's okay, as long as you feel the stretch. and try to relax in the stretch. And then please very slowly come back upright. Extend both legs forward again. Reset the spine, reset the chest, feet flexed. Now this time we're going to come forward again, and maybe this time you can use your strap around both feet and make sure that your torso stays straight as you come forward from the hip crease. And since we've warmed up now the hamstrings a little, this might be you might be able to get a little deeper than we did the last 2 times we did this pose. Bend the knees as much as you like, as long as you still feel the stretch. Focus on the breath. Please release. Come back upright. Take your hands underneath your knees so that you can bend your knees, walk your feet in to your body, and then wrap your arms around your shins and bring your forehead toward your knee. And as you do that, push your spine backwards into a C shape, tucking the chin, tuck the tailbone, and feel how your vertebrae open up. Okay, now come upright. Bring the soles of your feet together and grab your ankles or your feet here, and then just allow gravity to let your knees open the groin area. So as you're here, make sure that you're not hunched over, that your chest stays open, and that your back stays nice and long. And you can come forward if you like, but don't collapse the back as you do so. And what I do is I like to rest my elbows on my thighs, and that just helps keep them down and open. So this here is a big hip and groin opener. And the inside of your groin area has a lot of lymph nodes. And as you do this, those lymph nodes are getting massaged and they're releasing all the hormones that help boost your immune system. Okay, bring your hands to the outside of your knees and bring your knees together, and then walk the feet to one side or the other so that we can come into table position. And then as we do that, please have blocks handy if you are using blocks. So start with a flat back, square-legged table. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, sit back to your heels. We're gently greasing our hinges here. So go slowly. We're lubricating the synovial fluid in all of our joints as we do this. Inhale back to table. You can feel the knees, shoulders, wrists come back upright. And then exhale into your cat back by tucking your toes, pushing your toes into the mat and arching your spine. As you push your toes into the mat, your feet will help get massaged here. And then hold this for a breath or two. Hug the belly button up into your spine as you do this. And then feel what your shoulder blades are doing, your scapula separating on your back, broadening your back. Feel your vertebra open. And then inhale as you drop your belly down, uncurl your toes into your cow pose. Push the shoulder blades back, head forward, tailbone up, belly down. Breathe here. Keep the neck long. Keep pushing your shoulder blades down your back. And then sit all the way back to your heels as you exhale. Inhale slowly back to table. Exhale, take the right arm out to the side in a twist. Bend your elbow and wrap your arm behind your back with your palm facing away from you, and push that shoulder back even more. Unwrap your arm, reach back up toward the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hand back down to your square table. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your right knee into your chest, tuck your chin, bring your nose to your knee, and do a three-legged cat back here. So you're hovering your knee towards your nose, arching your back, and then kick your right leg back behind you long, and then plant your right toes down on the mat behind you. Put weight into the right hand, and we're going to twist open to the left. And now that hand comes down. Pick up your right foot and swing it to the left as far as it'll go. Look over your left shoulder, cattail. Pick up your foot, swing it all the way to the right, perpendicular to your body. Have your toes pointing forward, your foot in line with your left knee. Put weight into the left hand, and then twist your right arm up to the ceiling. Okay, that hand comes down. Walk your hands to the left so that you're lining up your left hand with your knee and your right foot. And then your right arm comes to 12 o'clock. And now bring your right arm beside your ear, push into your foot, your right foot, so you feel the stretch from the top of your fingertips all the way down the side of your body into the ankle and into the foot. You can use a block here under your left hand if you like. And now bring your right arm back to 12 o'clock for balance. And we're going to scoot the left hand out or the left block out and lift our right leg into our half moon pose. And either stay here for a breath or two or bend the knee and see if you can grab your foot or ankle behind you and then pull your foot towards your bottom as you open your chest and arch your spine. So this is a back bend and a chest opening pose. Shoulder opening. Release the foot, bring the foot back down. And you bring your right arm up to 12 o'clock and then walk your left hand in so that you can come all the way upright with both arms overhead into starting gate pose, palms together. Pivot your right foot away from you. And you can have your toes up or down, whatever you prefer here. We're going to take our right hand and slide it down the leg as we bring the left arm by the ear. This is called Parigasana gate pose. So you want to try to keep your left shoulder back and not lean forward. And then bring both arms back up overhead, palms facing each other. Pivot your right toes forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. And walk your right foot forward to come into lizard pose. This is where you might want to use your blocks. So you can stay up on your hands if you like, come down to your forearms or onto blocks. And you want your foot to be either in line with your head or forward of your head. Okay, please push back to your hands. Keep walking your foot forward till it comes to the front of your mat. And then bring each hand, a hand on either side of the foot, and bend your knee so that the knee is over the ankle. And then we're going to bring our arms forward and up. Now, take your right hand onto your thigh, and then take your left hand into a fist and push with your fist facing towards your spine. Push down on the top of your buttocks so that you can feel your spine lengthen. Keep the chest open. So keep that spine the way it is. Release and bring your left arm up by your ear. Now bring your right arm up. Keep pushing that tailbone down. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down. Tuck your left toes and lift your left knee up. Step your right foot back to plank. From here, your knees come back down to table position. And let's see if we can remember to do all of that on the other side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit all the way back to your heels. Inhale, back to table. Exhale, tuck your toes into cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly down, push the shoulders back, cow pose. Exhale all the way back to your bottom. Inhale, back to table. Exhale, left arm twist up into the ceiling. Bend at your elbow, wrap your arm behind your back, palm facing away from you. Keep turning your body, pushing that shoulder back, opening the chest, twisting the spine. Unwrap your arm, bring it back up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hand down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left knee comes up to your chin. Tuck your chin, nose to knee. Arch your spine up and let your leg hover for a breath or two. Kick the left leg back now. Drop your toes down on the mat behind you. Put weight into the left hand and right arm twist open to the ceiling. Bring the arm down. Pick up the left foot, swing it to the right as far as it'll go, and then look over your right shoulder. Cattail. Pick up the foot, swing it all the way back over to the left, perpendicular to your body. Line the foot up with the knee and bring your left arm up in a twist. All right, left hand comes down. Walk your hands now to the right, lining up your right hand with your knee and your foot. Left arm comes at 12 o'clock. Your toes are pointing forward. And you're going to now bring your left arm by your ear and push into the left foot as you stretch your fingers away, feeling the stretch from the fingertips down to your ankle. Bring your arm back to 12 o'clock. And now we're just going to scoot our right hand out for leverage to lift our leg up into our half moon pose. And then bend at the knee, grab your ankle, pant leg, calf, and kick the foot into your hand as you bring your heel towards your bottom, opening the chest. This is called Kapinjalasana. Release, bring the foot back down, walk your right hand in and come into your starting gate. Pivot your left toes away from you. Again, toes can be up or down. Left hand goes, slides down the leg as your right arm comes by your ear, keeping your shoulder back. Gate pose. Both arms come up. Urdhva Hastasana, palms facing each other. Pivot your left toes forward, and then the hands come down. And now we'll come into lizard pose on this side by walking our foot forward and using our blocks, if you like, to come on down. You can stay on your hands or come on down to your forearms. Please push back to your hands. Keep walking your foot forward to the front of your mat. Bend your knee. And then bring your arms up. And left hand goes on the thigh. Right hand goes into a fist. You're going to put it on your low back, right on the top of your bottom, your buttocks, and push it down so you can feel your lower spine pulling and lengthening. Bring your left arm up. And we're now going to bring our right arm too, but try to keep that spine where it is when you release. And bring the right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, both hands come down. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Step back to plank. And bring your knees down. Square up your table. And bend your elbows and push into your hands and come up onto your knees, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Take your hands to your lower back with your fingers pointing down and support your low back as you open your chest up to the ceiling. Squeeze your elbows toward each other. Come back upright. Inhale, reach up with your arms. Exhale, hands come down. Come to your squared up table where your hands are right underneath the shoulders. Then walk your hands forward, one hand length approximately. Shift your chest forward into an upward facing dog. Your knees can stay down on the mat here, or you can lift them off the mat. So an upward dog, push your shoulders down your back. And then push back to your knees, tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. Bend your knees, walk up to your hands. And then slowly come up to standing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms in a T. Anjali Mudra. And come into Tadasana. So in your mountain pose, think about your postural alignment. Make sure that your thighs are rotated inwards slightly so that you feel the muscles. Your back is neutral, chest open, palms facing forward slightly. That keeps your shoulders back and open. Head's right on top of the shoulders. Breathe. Hold your belly in and breathe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, flip your left palm up, grab your left wrist with your right hand, and then we're going to pull crescent over to the right. Come back to center, release your hands, and come into chair pose. So Utkatasana, you want to tuck your tailbone here. You don't want to arch in your low back. So this is a back strengthener. It's a core strengthener, really, as well as your legs. Breathe. Bring your hands to your thighs, straighten your legs, push your shoulders back, straighten your legs, L-shaped body. Think about extending your head forward and tailbone back. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands down to the mat. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, step your right foot back so that you are in a runner's lunge. Plant your right hand on the mat or a block, twist open to the left. Left hand comes down, left foot steps back to plank. Shift your weight forward into an upward facing dog. And then tuck your toes, downward dog. Come back to plank. Bring your right knee down to the mat and keep your left leg extended behind you, and then lift the left leg up behind you. And then the right arm comes up into our balancing table. So this is very, very good for core strength. Focus on your breath here. Try to level your hips. Keep your head in line with the spine. Hand comes down, knee comes in, and push into your downward facing dog. Bend your knees, walk up to your hands. Slowly come on up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, flip your right palm up, grab your right wrist with your left hand, and then crescent over to the left. Release your grip. Inhale, exhale, chair pose. Push the tailbone down, keep the shoulders, even though your arms are up, try to relax your neck here. Distribute the weight evenly in your feet. Breathe. Hands on thighs, straighten the legs, push your shoulders back, L shape. Inhale, exhale. As you bend your knees, bring your hands down. Inhale, exhale, left foot steps back to your runner's lunge, lining up your right knee over the ankle, put weight into the left hand on block or mat, and then twist open to the right. That hand comes down, step back to plank. Come into your upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come back to plank. Bring your left knee down to the mat. Keep your right leg extended behind you, but you're now going to pick your right foot up behind you and your left hand into the balancing table. Focus on the breath. One more breath. Right hand comes down. Left knee comes down. And then tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Bring both knees down to the mat. And then sit back to your heels toward child's pose. And so please now rest your forehead on something. If you widen your knees, you'll be able to get your bottom closer to your heels. Bring your feet together behind you and rest your head either on the mat or your hands or a block or a bolster. Okay, please push back up and then come onto your backs. Grab your block. You're going to have your block handy. We're not going to do sacrum on the block yet, though, but just have your block within reach. We're going to have knees bent about hip width distance apart. We'll come into bridge first. So tuck your shoulder blades underneath. Bring your elbows by your sides and palms facing down beside your body. Push into your feet and roll your spine up, bringing your chest towards your chin. And maybe when you get here, you can walk your shoulders underneath a little more. If you would like, lace your hands behind you, underneath of your bottom, and push your hands into the mat and toward your feet. That just helps open the chest a little bit more. Breathe. Keep pushing the knees away, bringing the chest towards your chin. Don't move your head because you could pinch your neck. If your hands are clasped, release them. Lower your spine down slowly, one vertebra at a time. That's a very, very nice back bend. Big back strengthener. When your bottom hits the mat, take your hands to the tops of your thighs and push your thighs away and push your back into the mat. This is a counter pose. Okay, relax your back, bring your arms by side, your palms facing down again. And once more, we're going to push into the bridge pose, pushing into your feet, rolling your spine up, bringing your chest towards your chin, walk on your shoulder blades together underneath of you, clasping your hands beneath you if you like. Keep pushing your knees away, keep your feet steady, don't let your knees fall apart. And unclasp the hands, roll the spine down slowly, slowly, slowly. And when your bottom hits down, your hands come to your thighs and push your thighs away, push your back into the mat. And now, if you like to grab your block and lift your hips and put your sacrum on the block for a few moments and either let your legs float up or stay on the mat in a supported bridge pose. Alrighty, if your legs are up, please bring them down. Lift your hips, remove your block, and then hug both of your knees into your chest and roll around on your spine. And just for a couple of moments, we're going to stay on our backs, bring your feet back to the mat, walk your feet together, let your knees fall out to the sides, let your arms in a T, palms facing up, and lift your chin slightly to open your airways. And breathe. So this is very similar to what we did at the beginning of class when we were seated. We brought our feet together in front of us. Okay, now please bring your knees together and then do whatever you want to do to get comfortable for your final relaxation pose, Shavasana. As you get comfortable, please focus on the breath. Slow down the breathing. Take a mental body inventory and release any areas you find that have tension. And please enjoy a few moments of inner bliss. Please bring your awareness back to your breath and deepen your breathing as you make small movements to gently wake up your body. And then please bend your knees and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to seal the practice. And now, please, very slowly, keeping a quiet mind, push up to seated. And now, please join me for the closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Victory to the Cat Rock Yoga class and to the inner teacher. Jai Shri Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Knuckles to my forehead honors God. Knuckles to my chin honors you. Knuckles to my heart honors myself. May peace be with you, and may you always be grateful in your heart.